Do you keep waking up in the middle of the night to pee? You finally drift off, and then suddenly it's 1 a.m., 3 a.m., maybe even 4:30, and you're up again. It wrecks your sleep, interrupts your REM cycles, and leaves you exhausted all day. Most people assume it's just a weak bladder or drinking too much water at night. But the real truth is this: the problem often begins in your legs, your circulation, and your hormones. Here's what actually happens. All day long, gravity pulls fluid down into your ankles and calves. By the evening, your legs are basically like sponges holding on to extra water. Then, when you finally lie down at night, that fluid moves back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys filter it, your bladder fills, and just like that, you're wide awake with the urge to pee again. This process is called nocturnal fluid shift, and it happens to millions of people every single night. But here's the good news: there's a fix. If you clear that fluid from your legs before bed, your bladder won't get hit so hard overnight. The key is your calf muscles. They're often called your second heart because every time they contract, they push blood and lymph back up toward your chest. If you sit all day, like so many of us do, and then just collapse into bed, that fluid stays trapped in your legs. The solution is simple. Pump your ankles up and down like you're pressing a gas pedal, about 30 to 60 times. Or do standing heel raises for a minute. Or lie on your back and bicycle your legs in the air. Each of these movements squeezes the veins and lymph channels in your calves, pushing trapped fluid back up toward your heart and kidneys while you're awake. That way, your body processes it earlier, not in the middle of the night. Think of your legs like water balloons. If you squeeze the water out before bed, they don't leak all night long. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Once that fluid moves upward, your kidneys decide whether or not to make urine. This is where hormones come into play, especially ADH, or antidiuretic hormone. Normally, ADH rises at night to slow urine production so you can sleep through. But if a flood of leg fluid hits your kidneys the moment you lie down, ADH can't keep up, and you wake up. By clearing out that fluid with movement and leg elevation, you let ADH do its job properly. That means your bladder finally gets a break. This also ties into another hormone system, the renin-angiotensin system, which regulates sodium, water, and blood pressure. When your legs are congested, your body reads it as a pressure imbalance, so your kidneys dump more urine to compensate. That's why people with swollen legs often wake up several times a night. But the good news is, this can be reversed with circulation tricks. Here's a simple nightly routine. About 10 minutes before bed, elevate your legs on a pillow or against a wall for 3 to 5 minutes. This lets gravity help with drainage. While your legs are up, pump your ankles, rotate them, or do gentle scissor kicks. When you stand back up, do a quick set of calf raises. And if you want to go further, wear compression socks during the day. That reduces fluid buildup, so you're already ahead by bedtime. Now, a few lifestyle tweaks. Avoid drinking big amounts of water within 2 hours of bedtime, especially tea or alcohol, since they act as diuretics. Get most of your hydration and electrolytes earlier in the day, what I call front loading, so your kidneys finish processing before you lie down. If you take magnesium, try splitting your dose, some with dinner, and a smaller amount before bed. Large doses too late can sometimes increase nighttime urination. Here's another factor most people overlook: your nervous system. Your bladder is controlled by a reflex arc in your spinal cord. When you're stuck in fight or flight mode, that's sympathetic mode, this reflex becomes overactive. That means even a small amount of urine can trigger the urge to wake up. You can calm this by activating your parasympathetic system. Just 60 seconds of slow, deep belly breathing before bed signals your brain and bladder that it's safe to stay quiet through the night. Put it all together, and here's your strategy. Clear leg fluid with calf pumps, bicycles, or heel raises. Elevate your legs briefly to help drainage. Front load your fluids and balance electrolytes. Time your magnesium wisely. Calm your nervous system with a minute of deep breathing. This isn't a gimmick, it's pure physiology. You're using gravity, circulation, hormones, and nervous system science to finally take back your nights. And the best part? It costs nothing, requires no pills, and works with the way your body is already designed. Don't settle for broken sleep. Try this tonight, share it with someone you love, and get back to those deep 7 to 8 hours your brain and body desperately need. When you fix your legs, you fix your bladder, and you fix your sleep. I hope you enjoyed this video. Put it to use. I wish you and your loved ones the best of health. Share this with your family and friends. Leave your comments below. And most importantly, make it a great day.